Hi, my name is Shannon Ron, and my topic is discussing stress within college students. And so, the statement of the problem, or the reason why I'm so invested in this, is because college students everywhere deal with this every single day. This isn't just a temporary week by week stress, it is chronic. It is something that begins from the moment that most students enter their college career up until the minute they end it. This may seem pretty harmless. It's something that we don't think about very often, but stress can actually cause some permanent damage physically and emotionally. So, before we discuss the effects of stress and what it does to your body, I think it would be pretty important to touch on what stress is by definition. And so, according to a book on stress science, stress can be defined as the response a body gives to a stressor or a situation or just the way that a body reacts to a threat. So, with this in mind, it is important to discuss what a stressor is. So, a stressor is said uncomfortable event or the circumstances that could be causing this stress or causing discomfort or threat. All of these stressors could be different, and the way that a body reacts to it is different as well, based upon their interpretation, their experiences, and their adaptation. So it's not exactly a clean cut black and white definition because it looks different in everyone. Stress in college. So getting more specific, some of the most common stressors being finances, time management, pressure to succeed. Um, the student involvement is also a big one, and how much time that a student has to focus their energy onto their assignments, onto their organization, whatever it may be. College students do have a great amount of pressure on them, especially right now with COVID-19. So I did want to touch on the impacts that COVID does have on college students today, because it does seem to be a very big stressor in a lot of people's lives. So why not incorporate it now? So with COVID-19, this makes college a lot more stressful for a lot of students, especially those who this is their first year. A lot of students are adjusting to online learning. Professors aren't putting out the most best quality lectures. There aren't the same amount of learning opportunities. A lot of things are being canceled. A lot of students don't get a graduation. And so this is a very big stressor, especially today. So, now that we've talked about what stress is and the stressors that students may be experiencing, we are going to touch on the effects. So, physically, chronic stress or periods of time longer than a few months can actually do a lot of damage to your immune system, sorry. So, with these multiple years in college, that is considered chronic, and chronic stress can cause autoimmune diseases such as multiple sclerosis and pro inflammatory conditions such as cardiovascular disease. And so these are pretty serious conditions and could be prevented from the very beginning. So, this is why student college stress is such an important factor. Emotionally, college students have the most increasing mental health concerns out of any other population. All colleges everywhere are noticing this and wanting to take action. A lot of the stressors that are leading to this are deadlines and the pressure to succeed. This can lead to fits of anxiousness and depression and could lead into more permanent anxiety and depression. So now that we've learned about all of the effects that it can have, we need to just really brainstorm ways that we could cope to deal with stress better. So the most common coping mechanism for stress, according to my research, is physical activity. So this could be anywhere from a walk to a run or more strenuous activities such as weightlifting. And it has not entirely been proven to increase academic performance, but it has proven to allow for a stronger tolerance when stress does arise. So that could allow for a more comfortable comfortable learning environment. I'm sorry, which could definitely help with academic performance as well. Another very big, well, I wouldn't say very big, another common coping mechanism being proactive coping. This would be taking all of the energy that students put into thinking they're going to fail or thinking negatively and self blaming and putting all of that energy into positive reinforcement and encouragement. So, this method is more goal oriented and positive. It allows for students to have a brighter outlook on themselves and on their future and takes the focus off of self blaming. And so, a lot of this is going to be requiring a lot of self control, a lot of self discipline to encourage yourself, and that kind of thing. And so, um, one of the things I would have liked to see more when it came to literature would be more student testimony, more interviews with students, because there really was just such a big lack in that. And that was the main reason why I chose it to be my gap in the literature. I just would have liked to see a more um, subjective response to this and not just facts and statistics, even though they are very helpful. Just because it seems like they are choosing these emotions for them. And then here are all 8 of my references, and that's about it. So thank you all for tuning in and listening. I hope that you enjoyed listening. I don't know, cut that part.